Chapter 10, Development. Okay, Introduction. Mm. The leaders can either concentrate on implementing plans regardless of protest, or they can proceed democratically, carrying the people with them. For society, deciding about what constitutes development is a bit like students deciding about what kind of school magazine they want and how they should work on it. In the broadest sense of the term, development conveys the ideas of improvement, progress, well being, and an aspiration for a better life. Through its notion of development, a society articulates what constitutes its vision for the society as a whole and how best to achieve it. However, the term development is often used in a narrower sense to refer to more limited goals, such as increasing the rate of economic growth or modernizing the society. The challenge of development. India, in India, a series of 5 year plans for development were made starting from the 1950s, and these included a number of mega projects such as the Bhakra Nangal Dam, setting up steel plants in different parts of the country, mining, fertilizer production, and improving agricultural techniques. Trickle down to the poorest sections of society and help to reduce inequality. It was also hoped that the emerging prosperity would gradually trickle down. Criticism of development models, the social cost of development, the Narmada Bachao Andolan, uh, which has been leading a movement against the Sardar Sarovar Dam on the river Narmada for many years. The supporters of this big dam claim that it will generate electricity, help irrigate large areas of land, and also provide drinking water desert to the desert areas of Kutch and Saurashtra. The opponents of the dam dispute these claims. They claim that almost 1 million people have displaced. Most of these people belong to the tribal and Dalit communities who constitute some of the most underprivileged groups in the country. Environmental cost of development. The ice in the Arctic and Antarctic is melting because of increased emission of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, and this has the potential to cause floods and actually submerge low lying areas like Bangladesh and the Maldives. And here in this box, we have Ken Saroviva. So it's a story. Let's find out. Oil had been found in the region of Ogoni in Nigeria in 1950s, which resulted in crude oil exploration. Ken Saroviva, an Ogoni by birth, was recognized as an author, journalist, and television producer in the 1980s. In his work, he observed and reacted to the exploitation around him as the oil and gas industry took riches from beneath the feet of the poor Ogoni farmers and in return left the land polluted and the people disenfranchised. Saru Viva led a non-violent struggle with the launch of the movement for the survival of the Ogoni people, Mosop, in 1990, an open grassroots community-based political movement. The movement was so effective that by 1993, the oil companies had to pull out of Ogoni, but Saro Viva paid the price for this. The military rulers of Nigeria framed him in a murder case, and the military tribunal sentenced him to death. Ignoring this worldwide protest, the Nigerian rulers executed Ken Saro Viva in 1995. So you can cite his name or use uh, as an example. Environmentalism, that we will bequeath only a barren earth. Environmentalists maintain that human beings should learn to live in harmony with the rhythms of ecosystem and not manipulate the natural environment to serve their immediate interest. Assessing development. When economic growth and redistribution do not go together, the benefits are likely to be cornered by those who are already privileged. One such attempt is the Human Development Report, which is annually brought out by the United Nations Development Program (UNDP). Uh, According to this conception, development should be a process which allows more and more people to make meaningful choices, and the precondition for this is the fulfillment of basic needs like food, education, health, and shelter. This is called the basic needs approach. Popular slogans like Roti Kapda or Makan, Garibi Hatao or Bijli Sadak Pani convey the sentiment that without the fulfillment of basic needs, it is impossible for an individual to live a dignified life and pursue her desires. Freedom from want or deprivation is the key to effectively exercising one's choices and pursuing one's desires.